Hi, I'm Maggie now. Welcome to the R.I.P. podcast. Reading is Phenomenal podcast. The show where we talk about today's books. Two in particular. First, we're going to be starting off with James Comey, A Higher Loyalty. Truth, Lies, and Leadership. James Comey. Before we get into this podcast, I just wanted to say a quick thank you to our sponsors, starting out with AP Lit. This is why I'm doing this, so thank you for being there for me. Alright, let's jump right into it. So I think we should, usually we wouldn't talk about the introductions, or maybe we would. I've never done a book review, but I feel like the introduction to James Comey's book is an important part of establishing ethos. Actually, because, well, first of all, he in this introduction, he establishes the nonpartisanship of the FBI, and in that himself, because he was the FBI director for quite a while there, under Bush and Obama, and even a little bit under Trump. And he was saying that right now, more than ever, the truth is so necessary because of just the lies or fake news, fake news that's been spreading around and just causing this crazy divide in our political climate, and it's just, it's made a crazy divide in our politics and just stirring up this crazy, dangerous political climate where we hello, I'm trying to do a podcast. Well, I'm talking to the phone. This is my mother, India Gray. She's interrupting our podcast. Well, I can ask you questions, because, you're going to have to... I'll ask you questions.
Okay, about what?
Well, I'm trying to do this right now. I'll ask you the question when it comes up.
Okay, I'm happy to help you.
Thank goodness. So he establishes his ideals for justice, and, well, first of all, he establishes a justice-oriented man. Also, throughout all the crazy stuff that was going on, especially with the 2016, Russian interference and the investigation into that and into Trump, he wants to continue to show himself as somebody who's fun and humorous, and he's
hilarious.
And he did some of that by saying, well, he was in the back of an armored sedan or armored vehicle with one of the Congressional Affairs head. And the guy was new. The Congressional Affairs head guy was new, and he looked nervous because, this was not what he had signed up for. Well, I guess it kind of was, but Comey said it wasn't. And so to lighten the mood, Comey said, "Isn't this great? We're in the shit." Excuse my language. And, I'm just quoting from the book here. And I think that he was just trying to show there that throughout his career, he was trying to make people enjoy their work and not just come to the office, sad and sulking, but actually want to do good. And that was kind of just kind of him as a person, fun, lighthearted, but also making sure that justice is served. And so, that was the introduction to the book. We had a little bit of guest starring from India Gray. But next up, we'll get into Chapter 1.
What was that?
That was the introduction.
Oh, my God.
We got 19 more.